What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have Nino's Taxgeta deck, and this time we're gonna try to react to it. This is our first attempt at it. Nino was gracious enough to send us this deck profile, a deck I've been toying with the idea of putting back together for a long time. This dude, Nino, is like the grind master. I don't know. He's like the only one I see still trying to make this deck work, and he does a pretty dang good job with it. Taxgeta, it's Vegeta Destined Confrontation. He'll probably tell you in the video, but before we get the video started, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. I always forget that. I'm just gonna stop saying it. I mean, people know to like and subscribe, right? You would think. Taxgeta he taxes from the hand. You pop one of his blockers, you pitch one. He's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get this video started, and we'll check out Nino's Taxgeta deck profile. Super excited. Oh, before we do it, wonder if we could guess the SCR he's running. I would say sell Xeno, 100%. Actually, I think I know because I've seen the deck profile before. But we're going to try guessing people's SCRs when we do these. We already have another one that should drop, if not this weekend, Sunday night.
What's up, guys? This is your boy Nino from the Vegeta Saiyan Army. Tonight I want to share with you my Taxgeta deck profile. Thanks to Tim for supporting the channel and for showing interest in this deck. Now let's get into business.
I forgot to say, go subscribe to his channel. We'll link it in the description below, and we'll flash his logo across the screen right here before he gets started. So, my bad. Well, this type of video is new to us, so this is like our rookie try. So, all right, let's go. You can't just hit the space bar and do it. It'd be much easier, but that's okay. This will work.
Vegeta, Green Saiyan from BT15. It has an auto on its front side that makes the opponent to discard a card when they remove one of my battle cards during their turn. Very specific, very odd. People don't like it and they think this leader is trash, but it's actually very fun to play. It is challenging for the player and also for the opponent. It also has an activate battle skill that gains 5k on battle speed if my life is equal or lower than my opponent's. On the awakened side, it has the same auto, but this time the opponent not only discards a card, but
copy.
you draw. So if you think about it, it's like a +2. It's a +2 conditional if your opponent removes one of your battle cards during their turn with a skill. I know, it sounds like a mouthful, but it's really great. I really love. And look at this artwork, look at this foil. I really love this deck, this leader so much. It also has an auto on swing that you remove a marker from the unison of the opponent, and if your opponent doesn't have a unison, you can take one of your great apes and switch it to active mode. That makes your great apes basically dual attackers. Oh, I forgot to mention that on the awakened condition is that opponent has to be on the awakened side. So it's very fun to use, but you have to use it wisely because you also remove a marker from the unison of the opponent during the awakening. So you have to save the awakening for the right moment.
Yeah, and everybody's running
Now,
unison, so that's pretty cool. I don't know. He's been playing Taxgeta
okay,
hard.
now let's get into the main deck. We start with 3 of the Powerball. This field card is essential for the deck to work because we're going to use this Powerball to play our monkeys, our great apes. The first auto works when one of my Vegetas is KO during battle. It mentions any Saiyan, but let's focus on the Vegeta because it's the card that I have in this deck. I can pay 1 and play 1 Great Ape Vegeta from the deck in rest mode onto the battle area. So this will pull my cards directly into my battle area without having to draw them into my hand. Now the second auto switches one of my great apes to active mode at the end of the turn. Now, since this field card is very important, very essential for the deck, we have a Searcher. This is Vegeta Elite Resolve.
You would think if it was just a searcher for that, look at all the text that they put to translate over what they're trying to get forward to. It's just saying. I mean, it's crazy. The text is crazy on Masters
When you
cards, but we
play
love
it,
it.
you can fetch a Vegeta Power Ball from the deck to your hand, and also, if you choose, you can look at the top 5 of your deck and pick up a Green Saiyan with cost 3 or less. But I don't have many, so I don't use it as much, but it is there in case you need it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to build this deck. Look at
Now,
the art.
the
I
other
had it for a
card
while, but
is this Vegeta Elite Arrogance
the art is so
that
good.
is
Vegeta,
very
this deck needs
very
love.
useful, and it gives a lot of dynamics to this deck. When you play it, it does nothing but it has an auto. It's a unique card, and when you play one blocker, one green card blocker, you can draw, and this deck is filled of blockers. Also, if you play a field card, you draw. And it has an activate main. You pay 1 green and you can recover one of your great apes from your drop to your hand. So you can play it again, and since they have blockers, you will draw. So it's a very great card, great addition to the deck. So this card is very helpful. Thanks Bandai for this great support. And
Thank you,
finally, we
Bandai.
have
Our lady
this
dad.
Vegeta preparing for invasion, which is a free blocker if you have a field, and you should. This is we're starting to see how important the field is for the deck. So you can play it for free, and it's a blocker, so you can use it to block during your opponent's turn. It will get KO because it's only 5k, and then you can use your field to play a
See,
monkey
I would have thought
from
about running that
your
blocker,
deck.
but somebody told me not
That
to.
is for the Vegetas. Now let's see
I don't know if
the
I have a
great
place in each of
apes.
the apes.
So let's
I need
start
it.
with my favorite, this guy here, 20k blocker. Look at this foil, guys. I love this artwork. So this one is a blocker that when attacks, your opponent discards a card, and you can play it by paying 2 green if you have a field. So again, this is why the Vegeta
Oh god,
Powerball is very
man, I need
important.
this deck. I know
You
it's not
have
that good. Okay, this deck struggles with draw power, which you might say in the video, but I know there's a few people, especially in the community, that still want to mess with it and play it for fun. But now I gotta play it. We need a good Vegeta deck. Is there even one? Is there even a good Vegeta deck in Masters?
There has to be.
I don't think so. I don't think there. Oh, the Yellow Majin one.
Oh yeah.
But this was a better era in Dragon Ball, the anime. This was a better era.
to have it in your starting hand, or at least you have to grab it with the one cost, the Searcher. Now let's see to the other promo that this deck
I thought it was on
has,
that one.
and this Great Ape Critical Monkey Blocker. It is a 19k. I like the other one better because it's a solid 20k, so you put some pressure on 20k leaders, but with this one you cannot. However, this is critical, which I love, and it also has an activate battle
Crit means, for the people that don't play Masters that are watching the video, when you take their life, instead of it going to their hand, it goes to their drop.
that you can boost your leader by 5k. So this will provide also some defense or some pressure during your turn. It is a limit 1 though, so you can only use it once. Too bad. Now, let's continue with the terror of everybody. The King Vegeta Unison. But let's see the
Good.
Unison package first, very shortly. We have the Dormant Potential with the Vegeta art, my favorite. You all know what it does.
Of
You
course.
discard one card from your hand, and your opponent can attack only once more. And it's free is if you have a Unison on board. And Charismatic Freezer, limited
Yeah,
to
they get rid
one.
of dormant.
You
Green is
can
screwed.
KO
Well, some
something
most
of cost
decks.
7 or less that doesn't have barrier. Now let's talk about the monster King Vegeta. It has a +1 which allows me to pick one of the cards from the hand of my opponent randomly and discard it. This is very important. You can get secret rares, super combos,
Oh, we missed.
key cards. So this is very good.
Sorry.
You can
The
also
art. Do we have that one?
remove one of their battle cards, send it to the drop, ignoring barrier, any card you want. So it is very powerful. There is also a -X that I always forget, and for every marker I remove by this skill, I can KO one of the battle cards from my opponent. Doesn't ignore barrier, but can get any cost. Very great card. Now, let's see super combos. This super combo is debatable. I like it because it's Vegeta. Discard a card from my opponent's hand when it's played. And
I've never
since
even
it's
seen
in the
that one.
field
Oh
and
wait,
it's
no,
a
I have
super
it.
combo, my opponent will
Do I
want to
have it?
remove it from the field and they will discard one. So it's a very good bait. But if you want to draw, maybe you can use a Paragus, maybe, and it will be okay too. It will be a good choice too. Now let's see the defense. We have 4 of the token negates homicidal clone. You can activate on 5 life or less for free, and you negate the attack and create a blocker. And since you have blockers here and your opponent will want to remove the blockers, so they will have to discard one card.
Oh yeah. I
And
know that card.
the always useful Cell Kamehameha, this terror green card that pay 1 and you discard one card from the opponent's hand randomly. Very good. And your leader or battle card gains 15k for defense or offense. So that's staple in green. Now let's see what is the spice we have here. Let's start with the focusing
No,
breakthrough.
nobody
It's a
plays like that
counterplay
but me because
to
I'm
get
not
rid
smart.
of any card that costs 3 or less, mainly floodgates, but any card will do. Also, we have this 4 drop Goku, activate battle. It can restand and gain 5k. He's a 19, so he will become a 24 and also draws on the activate main that he's played. And as every of my green decks, I have surprise attack
Ooh, I
freezer.
haven't seen that card in a
You
deck in
can
a
play
while.
green without surprise attack freezer. It's a free play when you KO one
Oh,
of the
Videl.
opponent battle cards.
I don't even know where they're
15k
at.
critical,
Surprise
not
attacks.
very relevant against 20 base leaders, but it will put some pressure. We have the Overwhelm Towa. For green leaders, it discards one card from the opponent's hands and gains the leader 5k for the turn. So you can attack with the leader for 20 and combo with her, and it's 25. Good for pressure and for discard cards from the opponent's hand. And since we're talking about Overrealm, let's go to my favorite Overrealm in the world, Man on a Mission. It's
Oh
a
yeah, like
it's
that
an
one too.
Overrealm 6 double strike crit. Very good
Strike
for
crit.
middle game to put some pressure. and get rid of some cards or spend some super combos. And boss Unison, Vegeta Agent of Destruction. When it's played, I can discard a card and KO everything on my opponent's board, ignoring barrier. Plus 1, it gains 5k and it has a base 20 double strike crit, so very good pressure. I don't think I played it during this league because it was really not the time for play it, so I kept it on hand or just charge it. And finally, the boss monster I played because I didn't have anything
Oh,
else,
look at that.
and this was a very spicy one. It's
That's
Cell,
nice.
Blue Cell, 9 cost. You can play it from the energy by paying 4. One of the energy has to be blue. It is a board wipe that gains double strike and he's a natural dual attack, so it's perfect to finish the game right there because it also has an auto that my opponent discards a card from their hand to the bottom of their deck if they try to negate when this card attacks. It really helped me
I'm
to
buying
finish
that.
the business against the Nova Shenron. And for secret rare,
It's
I
awesome,
have
whatever
Cell
it is.
Xeno
Oh,
Successor
of
12, with
course. Makes
it's
sense.
very easy to do in this deck because all of my battle cards are 4 cost, including Surprise Attack Freezer, the Goku, so it is very easy to do. I have to wait until 5 energy in order to get its full effect. It's dual attack, quadruple strike, and remove 3 cards randomly from my opponent's hand. Mwah. What a beauty to finish games with this one. It is tricky to play in my deck because, as you've seen in my games, I skip charge a lot. But it's very fun and it's very challenging, so this is why I love this deck so much. It's not easy to pilot, not gonna lie. It's very far from competitive, but you can practice and you can get your skills for reasoning, for strategy get better because it's a tough environment. It's just like
Yep.
Vegeta training.
I lost every match against people outside of us playing each other for like 7 months before I won the first time. It was like 7 months. No, no, it was at least 5 months. It was a long time before I finally won, and I quit like 3 times before I even got there. But once I finally won, I was like, okay, now I'm
You
gonna
know,
keep going.
during this league, I lost a lot. I lost a lot at the beginning, but as I get more confident and get more knowledge of my deck and some changes that I did, I finally got to win against Anniversary Goku and also against Nova Shenron. And those two matchup made me very
Yep, you're
happy
on his channel.
because this is a set 15 deck and I could be toe to toe against those newer decks that create a bunch of sea energy. As for the sea deck, there's not really much to talk about here. So I run these 2 Vegetas to self-awaken if I need it, and this Goku to finish games if I need something to finish game. It's a 1 cost that can be removed by the opponent's skills during the turn. And this C extra card, the Gogeta Kamehameha, one of the main cards that I would like to have is this Bardock Unison because it has synergy with blockers and my deck runs a lot of blockers. Also, I would like to play this Reddit. I had it, but I forgot to include them in my last matchup. You will see in that video. And another card that I would like to have included in my deck, of course, it would be a easier to play boss monster like this Solidarity card. Costs 2 only, rips a card, gets barrier. So that would be very useful for for my deck. And lastly, I think that's it. That's all about it. Okay. This counterplay from the Boja deck, I think it would be very good for me because it's a counterplay that you can combo instead
Yeah, that's one in all my
of the
green decks now,
focusing
actually.
breakthrough that you can
That's a good one.
combo, and sometimes I'm lacking of combo power to defense or to finish games. Okay, that's it. That's it, guys. That's it, my list. I hope you like it. Enjoy, and I see you on the next video.
Yeah, so the fact that he's missing some of those boss monsters like Father Son Solidarity and then that Bardock Z Unison, I thought he had that one. If I had some extra Bardocks, I'd send them your way. But I might have some extra Father Son Solidarities, dude. I'll get with you on that.
Definitely
Um,
do.
but yeah, I hoarded them up at the beginning of the year. But I'm definitely gonna build Taxgeta probably after this video. Super excited. I mean, if you could go to his channel and watch his gameplays, they are in Spanish. So I mean, if you speak Spanish, then or Colombian, I think that's Spanish. I don't know. I'm ignorant. But if they're really good gameplays. I don't understand it, so I turn the volume down and watch how he plays the deck. And for one thing, those sleeves are awesome. You can join the Vegeta Saiyan Army on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure they have Instagram. I could be wrong about that. I have no idea. She does Instagram. I don't. But what an awesome deck profile. I was super hyped up for Taxgeta. At first, we weren't even going to do the react thing to it, but I'm glad we did because it was fun sitting here watching it and talking about his things. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's close to cracking the code. Like, also, if he had the green yellow SS4 Gogeta Shinron cards, that taxes 2 from hand 2 on successor, and you could successor out easy for 8. So, but that blue cell, I'm buying like 5 copies like soon. It may not be good in like meta players' eyes, but I'm not a meta player. I like having the weird stuff in my deck, and when he got to the one ofs, I was like so happy. Chef's kiss on the one ofs, Nino. Chef's kiss. Such a great deck profile. Awesome. I hope y'all enjoy this one. If you don't think we should do the reacts, we should do it like Derek's. Let us know. We probably won't listen, but I'll try. But I don't know. I had a good time. She was pretty silent, but that's typical. She's not a big talker. But that's it today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video, and catch us next time. We got so many people gonna send us deck profiles. It's like the new thing now. So plus our own. So plus box rips when we have them. Plus the Power Rangers unboxings. Plus Mega Man stuff. We're going nuts next year. So with that being said, later.